welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be going into the last episode of You're My Sky. I went from... My plan was to watch 9 and 10 today and then 11 and 12 in a couple of days' time. But I just kind of ended up steamrolling through it. So let's do it. Let's finish off the series. Let's see. We can get some good moments for everyone though. Oh, that sucks. This also sucked. This was difficult but beautiful. And this was just beautiful. We got there. We got there. Sorry. My cat was using the litter tray, and I just needed to check that I didn't need to do anything, like clean it up. How you doing, Torn? How you doing, Tubbook? No, we don't like his way. We like this team.
No worries. I'm good, bro.
I love him. I love him so much, you know? He's another one of those minor characters that I just really like. Cute. We need to get someone nice for Far's half brother. You're great. We love you. Thank you. He's so understanding. What a gem. Alright, one down. It was pretty good. People are accepting your apologies. That's very, very good. Oof. Well, you did the right thing. Lion. Dan. Cute. No, these two are still getting on great, no? Long distance is working out for them. Is the delivery I? Interesting reaction. It is. Cute.
เป็นไงเซอร์ไพรส์กูพอไหวปะ
Cute.
พี่มาได้ไงอ่ะก็บินมาดิแล้วทำไมไม่บอกผมก่อนถ้าบอกก่อนก็ไม่
Surprise.
เซอร์ไพรส์หรอก
Yeah. I think you're missing the part about it being a surprise. What does his shirt say?
คงไม่ค่อยดีใจเฮ้ย
Cute. Oh, cute.
ผมรู้สึกช้าเพิ่งนึกได้ว่าต้องกอดครับ
Sniff
แล้ว
kisses.
ต้องหอมด้วย
Cute. It does say Stockholm Syndrome on it. I thought I was going mad. What an interesting t-shirt to wear. No, cute. They got to a fluffy place.
ไหนบอกมารับปริญญาไม่ได้ไง
I love them.
เนี่ยเพิ่งเคลียร์งานเสร็จเองอยู่ได้แป๊บเดียวเดี๋ยวต้องไปละ อ้าวแล้วคืนนี้พี่จะพักที่ไหนหอพี่คืนแล้วไม่ใช่เหรอหรือพี่จะกลับบ้านเลยก็ตั้งใจเก็บของจะมานอนเนี่ยได้ปะได้ดิแต่ที่เนี่ยคิดค่าเช่านะ
Cute.
คือละฟอดแพงไปปะแพงจ่ายไม่ไหวแทบจะไม่ใช่แฟนอยู่แล้วแทบจะเป็นพี่น้องอยู่แล้วแทบจะไม่ใช่คนรักกันอยู่แล้ว
Sulky Sen. Mm.
อ่ะค่าเช่าค่าเช่าคืนที่2
Cute.
อ๋อลืมไปยังมีค่าน้ำค่าไฟอีกนี่หว่า
Cute. They're in a good place. I'm happy for them. Who'd have thought they would have been the smoothest road?
วี
You've been miserable for like a year now, fam.
แบบนี้โอเคปะ
อืม
ถูกกว่าจ้างช่างเยอะเลยเดี๋ยวจะต้องเปลืองค่าชุดค่า
I've not seen him smile since like episode 2, no?
ตื่นเต้นว่ะพรุ่งนี้จะต้องไปคณะวันสุดท้ายแหละ
He was the happiest character at the start. And now look at him.
มานี่ดิมานี่ดินี่ก็นานแล้วนะ
A really long time. A depressingly long time.
แกยังชอบเขาอยู่เหรอ
ไม่รู้ว่าเจแต่มันหยุดคิดไม่ได้เลยอะ
นี่มันหลายเดือนแล้วนะเว้ยเจ๊ยังเห็นแกนั่งซึมอยู่เลยอะพรุ่งนี้ไปคุยกับโดมปะ
ไม่เอาให้คุยอะไรอ่ะ
ก็ไม่รู้เหมือนกัน แต่แกจะเป็นแบบนี้ไปเรื่อยๆเหรอ พรุ่งนี้เป็นวันสุดท้ายแล้วนะเว้ย ลิกรู้สึกผิดได้แล้วอยากทำอะไรก็ทำรู้แล้วว่ารักเจ้รู้แล้วว่ารู้สึกผิดแต่เนี่ยตัดใจก็แล้วลองคุยกับคนอื่นก็แล้วมันนานแล้วนะเว้ยถ้าลองวิธีอื่นๆแล้วมันไม่เวิร์กอ่ะก็กลับไปหาคนที่ใช่ดีกว่าปะ
Listen to your sister, take her blessing and run. Stop blaming yourself, stop feeling guilty. Just do it. Not in New York. Just do it. Ivy.
ตื่นได้แล้วตีห้าแล้วโว้ยตื่นได้แล้ว
Cute.
ยังไม่ได้ตื่นเลย
So cute.
ตีห้าแล้วเนี่ยพี่ฟ้า
Yeah, it's like the middle of the night. Go back to bed. Okay.
แล้วก็มาขี้เกียจลุกอีกไปอาบน้ำเดี๋ยวไปขอนอนอีกแป๊บนึงไปอาบน้ำได้แล้ว
I'm with him. Turn the alarm off. Go back to sleep. Oh, you guys are getting on great again. Cute. Oh, thank God we're getting our cute moments. I feel like I've not been able to say cute for so long. You're very cute.
วันสุดท้ายในชีวิตมหาลัยแล้วอะรู้สึกไงบ้างใจหายว่ะไปใต้ถุนวันสุดท้ายแล้วอะพี่ว่าเราจะได้อยู่ทีมเดียวกันอีกปะไม่รู้เลยว่ะก็อาจจะมั้ง
I'm having trouble keeping up with all the teams and stuff now, no? What's he gonna do? Be with the top 12 people?
แต่ทอนรู้ใช่ไหมว่าเล่นกับทอนมีความสุขที่สุดแล้วเหมือนกันทอนอาจจะไปเจอคนที่เก่งกว่าพี่ก็ได้เหมือนพี่เจอพี่เชนไงแต่ทอนว่ามันไม่เหมือนกันว่ะกับคนอื่นทอนคิดแค่ว่าเขาจะช่วยทีมให้ได้เหรียญทองแต่กับพี่มันตอนอยู่ในสนามทอนรู้สึกว่าทอนไม่ต้องกลัวอะไรอีกแล้ว
Cute.
ที่ผ่านมามันวุ่นวายมากเลยแล้วพี่ก็ไม่ค่อยชินกับเนี่ยเราสองคนแต่พี่คิดมาสักพักละเราสองคนมาทำให้มันเป็นทางการหน่อยดีกว่า ขอบคุณทอนมากนะที่เข้ามาในชัยกรทอนเป็นเหมือนทุกอย่างให้กับพี่เลยวะเป็นทั้งที่ปรึกษาเป็นน้องแล้วก็เป็นเพื่อนแต่พี่คิดว่าถ้าได้เป็นแฟนด้วยอ่ะก็คงดี
You guys moved in together like 6 months ago. You went fuck buddies. Just now you're making it official. You did things in an interesting order.
Go no go.
Go. Definitely go.
ขนาดนี้แล้วอ่ะอีกอย่างหนึ่งคงไม่เป็นไรมั้งก็ต้องโกดิวะ
Cute. I like a go no go. It's a good way of saying like yes or no. Okay, we're official on 2 out of 3 couples. We're in a good place for 2 out of 3 couples. The couple that I have been heartbroken over for like 10 episodes, waiting for them to get together, are the last couple we need to get sorted.
ไอพีทมันลืมปะเนี่ยว่ามันต้องมาถ่ายรูปอ่ะทับบกไปตามไอพีทให้หน่อยดิ Roger.
Roger. I like him.
ทีมบ้านเริ่มถามหาแล้วนะโอเคเดี๋ยวรอไอพีทมาถ่ายรูป3คนอ่ะเราไปเลย
Still calls him P, even though they're boyfriends.
เฮ้ยไอ้อ้ายไอ้อ้าย
It's just so peculiar to me.
ไหนมึงบอกกูว่ามาไม่ได้ไงสตอรี่มึงเมื่อเช้ายังอยู่ญี่ปุ่นอยู่เลยดิกูลงรูปหลอกพวกมึงไปงั้นแหละคิดถึงแต่จ้ากูก็คิดถึงมึงกูว่าคิดถึงแฟน
Oh, Sam. Cute. You look real cute, no? He got the sweater paws and everything.
Gotcha, man. เมื่อคืนเลย
Cute.
เฮ้ยมึงมาได้หรอ
Everyone's here.
คิดถึงมึงสัตว์อ่ะ
Except V.
ถ่ายไปไหนมาตั้งนานวะไอ้พีทมัวแต่ต่อแถวถ่ายรูปกับพี่วีอะดิแถวยังยาวเลย
Ah, I forgot he's so popular.
เฮ้ยถ่ายรูปกันดีกว่าเว้ยถ่ายรูปดีกว่าเฮ้ยลงมาถ่ายรูปกันครับผมถ่ายรูปให้หน่อย
Notice the 2 people that looked at Dome straight away were I and Torn, because they know what's been going on.
ได้ยังครับผมตรงนี้ได้ยังย่อให้กูหน่อยดิพร้อมนะ1 2 3
Cute.
พร้อมมาแสนมาเอามาเฮ้ยย่อ
I love Sun so much.
มึงก็ไปตรงนั้นดิ
He's so sweet.
ตรงนั้นน่ะง่ายเข้าไปอย่าไปนิดนึงอีกนิดนึง
You guys are literally boyfriends.
1 2 3
Cute. There we go. That's a better picture. Sweet. We got the brothers taking pictures. We got Far looking at Torn. We got the most awkward pictures. Oh, that's better. She turned out not to be problematic at all. She was great. She was really great. We like Ing. She's cool. Cute. Cute. Okay, sorry. We had an emergency. I don't remember the last thing that I saw. Let me go back just a smidge. Oh, the photos. I remember. Okay. Sorry. We continue. The dynamic difference between the 2 relationships. That was great. Cute.
โดมกินปะไม่ได้เลย
Everyone rallied together to stop that from happening, though. I love a surprise pairing, but Pete and Dome can't happen. Ever.
เฮ้ยมึงอย่าเริ่มดิไอพีทมันร้อง พวกมึง กูว่าจะสมัครสจวตว่ะ ฮะ
Flight attendant.
กูก็ไม่ได้ชอบสายงานเราขนาดนั้นอะตอนที่กูสมัครเข้ามา กูเลือกตามพวกมึงอะจะให้กูอยู่กับมันไปตลอด ไม่น่ารอดว่ะ เชี่ย มาแล้วว่ะวิกันบินว่ะ
Look at him making good decisions for his life.
เอาไงต่อ กลับไปทำงานที่บ้านปะคงงั้นแหละ แค่งอแงได้มาเรียนวิทย์กีฬากับพวกมึงได้ก็บุญแล้ว
แล้วพี่กะจะอยู่สโมสรยาวๆเลยปะ
หวังว่าว่ะ นึกไม่ออกแล้วว่าอยากทำอะไร
ดีละ ตอนแรกกูคิดว่าพอพวกมึงเรียนจบอะเดี๋ยวพวกมึงก็จะนัดเจอกันบ่อยๆ แล้วกูก็จะกลายเป็นหมาหัวเน่าดูเหมือนว่าตอนเนี้ยพวกมึงอะจะอยู่คนละโลกเหมือนกูละ
โหยอ้าย มึงอยู่ญี่ปุ่นชีวิตมึงดีสุดแล้วไหมวะ ยังจะมาแช่งพวกกูอีก
ดีเชี่ยอะไร เหงาชิบหายเลย พวกมึงว่างๆก็ส่งข้อความมาในกลุ่มบ้าง นี่กูโทรหาไอ้แสงจนมันรำคาญกูแล้วมั้ง
Cute.
มึงแม่งเก่งว่ะ ตอนแรกยังเหงาอยู่เลย ตอนสุดท้ายก็มาอวดแฟน
Is he wrong, though?
มึงต้องไปแล้วเหรอ
โทษทีว่ะ กูนัดทีมบาสไว้อะ
เดี๋ยวกูต้องไปแล้วเหมือนกัน
กูด้วย กูต้องไปหาเพื่อนเหมือนกันว่ะ แยกย้าย เดี๋ยวค่อยกลับมาเจอกันงานรวมเพื่อน พวกมึง ก่อนไปขอถ่ายสักรูปแล้วกัน มาดิ มา
A little bit sad, you know?
2 3
It's sad in a sweet way.
พวกกูไปแล้วนะ เจอกันเว้ย เจอกันเว้ย
Everyone's leaving but Dome. This could be our moment. This could be our moment.
น้อง
It's not our moment. That pan.
น้อง
Hi, pan.
ถ่ายรูปกัน
1 2 3 สวยครับ
ขอบคุณค่ะโดม แล้วกับบีเป็นไงบ้างอะ
ไม่ได้คุยกันเลย
เรารู้ เราไม่ได้โกรธแล้วนะ รู้ใช่ปะ คือเราไม่ได้อยากจะยุ่งหรอกนะ แต่เราว่า น้องเรายังลืมโดมไม่ได้ว่ะ โดมไปคุยกับวีมันหน่อยดิ วันนี้มันวันสุดท้ายแล้วอะอย่าจบกันแบบนี้เลยนะ เราสงสารน้องเราอะ
I thought Dome was the one waiting for V though, right? Surely it should be on V to come back when he's ready.
ว่าไง2 คน
I don't know.
สวัสดีครับ ดีครับ
Your hair color changes every 2 episodes, man.
เลือกเอาไว้นะ
You had dark hair, then you had blonde hair, then you had dark hair, and now you've got blonde hair again.
ไม่ต้องขอบคุณหรอกโค้ดก็มีความสุขมาก
You look damn good though. I won't complain.
1 ปีมาไกลได้สักขนาดนี้สุดยอดมากเลยครับ
The coach we love.
แล้วต่อจากนี้มีแพลนอะไรบ้างคะก็คงกลับไปเล่นทีมเราเหมือนเดิมแหละครับงั้นเรากลับมาเอาเหรียญทองวิกกีฬาสมาพันธ์อีกรอบหนึ่งไหมโค้ชจะคุมต่อนะครับแน่นอนสิอุตส่าห์ฝึกมาสักขนาดนี้แล้วจะทิ้งได้ยังไง
Yeah. Do it.
อ้าวเดี๋ยวโค้ชไปที่อื่นต่อเดี๋ยวไว้เจอกันที่สนามบาสนะครับโค้ชครับ
We love you. You're the best coach.
ไปเราไปกันเถอะ
Hell yeah.
ฮัลโหลครับ
ธรณินหรือเปล่าครับ
ใช่ครับ
ผมติดต่อมาจากสโมสรบางกอกฟีนิกซ์นะครับ พอดีว่าโค้ชของเราเห็นฟอร์มธรณินตอนไทยลีกแล้วสนใจเลยจะชวนมาคัดตัวเข้าสโมสรไม่ทราบว่าธรณินสนใจหรือเปล่าครับ
He's getting his own offer for a tryout.
ได้ครับตกลงครับ
Oh yeah.
ได้ครับขอบคุณครับ
Why does the name sound familiar of the team?
รู้อยู่แล้วอ่ะ
Oh, it's Far's team? Hell yeah.
ดีใจด้วยนะ
They saw him be an asshole on the court and they were like, yep, he got skills.
ทีมพี่ไงก็ต้องมีน้อง
So cool.
ได้ดิคู่หู
That would be so good for them to be on the same team again. Hell yeah.
ขอบคุณนะคะน้องวี
My gosh, you're so popular. You sure this is the right time? There's a lot of people. I was gonna say, he was hesitating though.
ก็เรื่อยๆเอาไม่เล่น running club แล้วหรอลบไปแล้วอ่ะยินดีด้วยนะพี่ที่เรียนจบอ่ะ
V looking very cute right now. With his sweater and his
ไม่รู้
floofy
จะให้
hair.
อะไรดี รู้แค่ของกินที่พี่ชอบไม่กี่อย่าง ก็เลยซื้อมาให้ ขอโทษนะ ตั้งแต่เกิดเรื่องยังไม่ได้ขอโทษวีจริงๆจังๆสักทีเลย พี่ไม่ผิดหรอก พี่แค่รู้สึกถูกคนผิดเวลาเนาะวีว่ามันมีโอกาสที่จะกลายมาเป็นถูกคนถูกเวลาไหมไม่ได้ไม่เป็นไรยังรออยู่เหรอจะให้พี่หยุดรอปะล่ะไม่รู้ดิพี่วียังรู้สึกอะไรไหมงั้นก็เหมือนเดิมแหละพี่ พี่ก็จะรอจนกว่าวีบอกให้เลิกซื้ออะไรมั่งเยอะตั้งแต่เช้าพี่ได้กินอะไรบ้างยังเนี่ยยังเลยโคตรหิว
Making progress. That went better than most of the talks they've had this entire show.
อะไรวะกูอุตส่าห์กลับไทยมาเซอร์ไพรส์มึงแต่มึงให้กูแค่เนี้ยมึงแพ้ละ
ใจเย็นพี่นี่แค่ของขวัญรับปริญญาแต่ของจริงอ่ะอยู่นี่
Cute.
มึงเล่นอะไร
ไม่ได้เล่นพี่ลองเปิดดู
ทุเรศว่ะ
ไม่พี่ลองกางกระดาษดูก่อนปิดเทอมเนี้ยผมไม่มีแผนอะไรถ้าผมจะขอไปดูดอกไม้ไฟข้ามปีกับพี่ที่นู่นได้ปะ
มึงจะมาเมื่อไหร่ก็ได้เลย
No. He's so happy about it.
ขอโทษว่ะกูพูดไม่ค่อยเก่งอะ
We noticed, it's fine. You're not the first person we've had in one of these shows that's bad with their words.
กูรักมึง
รักเหมือนกันหน่อยพี่
Cute.
อยู่กับผมแบบนี้ไปนานๆได้ปะ
Cute. I got no worries about them. They're gonna be great. Very, very cute. We like Coach Big. He's doing the little bunny ears. That was great.
ยินดีด้วย สวัสดีครับพล
Cute. We got the basketball team together for pictures.
เอาเป็นรูปหรือวิดีโอดี ดูดิ ถ่ายได้พร้อมกันเลยนะ
Oh, very cool.
ชัดดีว่ะ
I know it's a sponsor, but I still think that's very cool.
แล้วก็อันนี้
Everyone knows you're dating, fam. Cute. Cute. Everything's going great. Thank goodness.
คนมากันล้นหลามเลยน้องมารอกันเต็มเลยเนี่ยแต่พี่ยังไม่มากันเลยมันน่าเศร้าใจอีกนะถ้ายังไม่มาอีกก็ต้องรีบร้องเพลงแล้วนะมาแล้วรีบไปนั่งเลยรีบมาเออ
Feels like it's been a long time since we were here in episode 1. I feel like I've lost 5 years of my life. I feel like I've aged 2,000 years. Dome's looking happy. Pete's looking happy. Everyone's looking happy. It's a Christmas miracle. We got Torn, we got Sen, we got V, we got Tupbuck. Everyone's looking good. Very pretty, no? And all the lights. And we're back to all the loudness and madness. Do you know what I think is a cool parallel? At the beginning... At the beginning of the series, it was V, Torn, and Sen all sitting on the floor, and the seniors up on the seats. And now they've switched places now. And it's Far and I and Dome that are all sitting on the floor. So we're back to the paddling dancing. I tell you, if you get people to dance and paddle if they've got a crush on people, you're gonna get a lot more people dancing this time. Fluke is great. Hell yeah. It's even better. It's even better considering at the beginning of the year Sen was dancing saying that he had a crush on Aya, right? And now at the end of the year they're dating. Great progress. What is going on, fam? I just need V and Dome to get together, please. Can you facilitate that, Fluke? cute. You see the parallels, right? Cute.
ลุงบอกว่าไร้สาระ
เอางี้ พี่ให้ทอนไปฝึกเล่นบาสให้เก่งๆ แล้วตามพี่มานะ
ไม่ใช่แค่ชัยกรอะจะตามไปให้ถึงทีมชาติเลย
Look at them achieving all their dreams, no?
ถ้าพี่ชูดไม่ลง ผมก็เก็บลูกให้ บ้านมาเล่นแบบนี้ไม่ใช่เหรอพี่
ในวันที่พี่มืดมนที่สุด ทอนยังเป็นคนที่มอบความรักให้พี่เสมอ ต่อให้ตาย พี่ก็ไม่มีทางลืม
ทอนอยากให้พี่ฟ้ารู้ไว้นะ ว่าทอนรักพี่ฟ้า
I'm glad you're doing this because it's really going to help me with my favorite moments on the review.
จริงจังปะเนี่ย เรื่องกูอะ
ที่ผมบอกชอบพี่อะผมชอบจริงครับ
เราเป็นแฟนกัน ดีไหมพี่ ขอโทษเนี่ยกูหน่อยนะแสน
ไม่ต้องรีบพี่ ผมรอไหว
Cute. Very cute.
เวลาวีชอบใครอะวีจะใช้วิธีสบตาเว้ย
วีว่าเราต้องหยุดว่ะ กลับไปเป็นเหมือนเดิมกัน
ถูกคนผิดเวลา ก็ช่างหัวเวลาไม่ได้บอกว่า
ไม่เป็นไร พี่จะรอจนกว่าวีบอกให้เลิก
คำปลอบโยนเธอชุดใจฉัน คอยผลักดัน เพื่อวันนั้นที่ฉันได้รักเธอ เปรียบเป็นแรงบันดาลใจ ให้ฉันพบความหมายบางอย่างเหมือนว่าเธอเป็นท้องฟ้า
Cute pictures. They're not gonna get together, are they? Behind the scenes pictures. Okay, good. I'm formulating my thoughts and trying to work out my feelings. How cool is it that Torn's gonna get to be on the same team as Far? And Chen though, right? That they're gonna have to make sure they get along. Yeah, I know you struggle. I know. We're there anyway. It stops 30 seconds before the end for some reason. Okay, quick thoughts about the episode and then I will write my review. So, the episode was mostly fluff, no? Let's be real, it was really good. Especially for Far and Torn. They got to a really good place. A really, really good place. Torn basically moving back into the apartment and they're doing great. One of my favourite scenes this episode was the alarm going off when they were in bed, and I thought that Far had gotten up and gone somewhere, and then he just like Torn pulls back the duvet and he's like all snuggled down there. It was so cute, no? Very, very sweet for them. Very, very sweet for I and Sen. I got to come back for graduation and surprise everyone. They're in a good place. Long distance is working for them. Just like Sen said it would, and he's got plans to go and visit as well. So that's working out great, and we can assume that that's gonna continue working out for them until one of them is ready to relocate. I will admit, I'm disappointed with the ending for V and Dome, and I know I shouldn't be, right? They got back to a decent place with each other. They are aware that they both still like each other. Obviously, stuff is going to happen for them. It's just that we don't get to see it. And I think, had it been like all of the messiness had just happened, I would say, you know what, that's completely fine because it's realistic, right? That they wouldn't just magically get back together. But you have to think about the fact that it's been at least 6 months since everything went down. I feel like that's enough time for them to, I don't know. The sister's on board with it. She's okay with it. She's not hurting anymore. She's moved on. She doesn't hate either Dome or V. And she actually kind of is facilitating them getting back together and talking. They're both still crazy about each other and not able to stop thinking about each other. And they admitted that. But they haven't gotten back together. And it's just kind of vaguely indicated that maybe they will in the future, but Dome is still waiting for V to be ready, which is exactly where we've been for like the last 4 or 5 episodes. So it just kind of felt like they made very little progress at the end there. They had one conversation where they basically double checked that they were both still having feelings for each other, and then decided to carry on the way it was, where with Dome waiting for V. Like, I feel like V should be ready by now. No, it's been literally half a year. The sister is okay with it. Like, I don't know, if you admit that you still have feelings for him, he still has feelings for you, and there's no obstacles anymore. At a certain point, you have to let the guilt go. If it's been 6 months and he still wants Dome to wait for him, how long is he going to need? A year? 2 years? Who knows? And we don't get to know. So it just felt a little bit... It gives me the same kind of ending as like Kim Chae from Kin Porsche, right? Where I'm just like, I'm left not knowing. It feels a bit unresolved. I'm sure for some people it was perfectly fine and reasonable and makes sense, and they can understand why maybe V needs more time and stuff like that. I just, for me, it was a little bit disappointing and it felt unresolved because it's literally been half a year and everyone is kind of, I don't know. It just felt like they made little to no progress over the last several episodes. And I was kind of expecting everyone to get their happy ending, and I don't really... They're in a good place, so I can't say they got an unhappy ending, but they didn't get their happy ending, right? Like, it would have been better if we'd gotten to a point where all 3 of them could have stood up and paddled for, like, if you're dating one of the seniors. That would have been, like, a really nice way to wrap everything up. So I don't know, I was a bit disappointed with that. But anyway, I'll probably talk about that in the review anyway, so... I will put together my review and then I will be back. Alright, I am back. I finished my review. It took me a really long time. A really long time. I will put it up on the screen so that you can see it. This is the review. The picture is obviously from my drama list. I did have a look and I can obviously recognise everyone now. We've got Far, we've got Torn, Sen, I, V, Dome, Pete and Tupbok as well is on there. So it's kind of cool that I can go back and I recognise everyone. I started it on the 2nd of January, which is 20 days ago, so it took me quite a while. But I did watch the first episode on the 2nd, and then I had to take like a week or so before I could watch the next one because of editing issues. So that definitely slowed things down a little bit. So, you know, that extended the watch date probably longer than it would have been. And then the summary is from my drama list as well. It's quite a long summary, and it's got a little bit about Torn and Tupfar on there. It's got a little bit about I and Sen, and then it's got a sentence at the end about V and Dome as well. I gave it 2.5 stars. It's quite possibly one of the most conflicted ones to rate for a little while now. I was very close to giving it 3 stars, and even while I was writing the review, I kept thinking about just giving it that extra half a star. But because one of the pairings didn't get an ending that I really liked for them, and just in general, I feel like I was quite stressed watching this. It seemed more on par with kind of Secret Crush on You and Ghost Host Ghost House, and they're the only other 2 shows that have gotten 2.5 star ratings. And I feel like that's kind of on par with that. So I gave it 2.5 stars, and that does mean that I liked it kind of more than a lot of the things that I have watched. It just kind of it wasn't quite a 3-star show. It wasn't quite a 3-star show, and just like Secret Crush on You, I still really loved it, you know. So, but I think that was the best rating to go for. I didn't cry. I did get emotional. Mostly in episode 11, I think, when Torn kind of had his breakdown scene, and then after, when they patched everything up, it was kind of emotional towards the end of episode 11, but I didn't cry. Yay. Go me. Favourite characters. Sometimes with the favourite character list, I'm really strict with myself, and then sometimes I'm not, and this time I was not. The 6 people from the 3 main pairings, I loved all of them. If I had to pick my top 3 out of them, in any given order, I would say Torn, Sen, and V, so basically everyone on the left-hand side. They were definitely my top 3. I think Torn had such a positive mindset and was such a sweet person. Sen was the loyal puppy dog boyfriend who was so devoted. He definitely had that kind of... He kind of reminded me of Mai from My Secret Love. You know, he was just very devoted to I, and would really do anything for him. I thought that was very sweet. He's also very difficult to upset for too long and things like that. He has a very happy-go-lucky, bouncy attitude. And then we had V, who I loved so much, and he, for me, was one of the prettiest characters. He was very charming, he was very endearing, and then I just felt so bad for him, and I don't know. He was definitely one of my top 3 as well. But all 6 make the list because I loved all 6 of them for so many reasons. They were all really endearing and wonderful. Things I struggled with, really the only thing that went on here was the open ending for V and Dome and the lack of progress for them. I did talk about it a lot when we were discussing episode 12, but I really feel like I wanted a better ending for them than just leaving it open like that and implying that something would happen in the future. I feel like we went through a lot of stress for them for most of the show. I feel like they had to work harder for their relationship than anyone else, and then we didn't even get it. So considering we went through all of that, to not get anything at the end of it, to not really get that cathartic, like, yes, they get to be together right now kind of feeling, it really sucked. And it kind of felt like I went through all that stress for nothing. Like I said, their progression in like the last 5 episodes or so was at a standstill. There was just nothing happening. Or I say 5 episodes, it was probably... When did the kiss happen? Episode 9. So we're talking the last 3 episodes. Since that kiss, nothing happened, right? They just said they would kind of... Dome would wait for V to be ready, because V needed them to back off and stuff like that. And then we had a time jump to imply, you know, a lot of time passing. We had a 6-month time jump. And he's still not ready. He still wants Dome to wait. And they're in the same position that they were at the end of episode 9. It just felt like they kind of came to a standstill and then their progress just stopped. So I didn't really like that too much. I really struggled with that. And it definitely had an impact on the rating for sure. I feel like if they had gotten their happy ending, that would have been enough for me to be like, okay, it's worth it, 3 stars. The other things I was considering putting on the list, I just decided not to. So I obviously didn't like Coach Tuan very much or his teaching methods. I didn't like episode 11, the way that Torn was behaving and stuff, but you know what? You're not meant to. It's meant to be like a source of conflict and drama and stuff. So I feel like I reacted to it the way that probably a lot of other people reacted to it, and it you know, it wasn't meant to be easy to watch. The time jump as well, I didn't put that on there because, as I said, I felt like there was a reasonable explanation for it. I don't love them, but I don't mind them if there's a reasonable, realistic reason to put them in. And in this case, it was the fact that Torn had to rest for like 10 months and we needed to see him get back into basketball, so we needed to skip most of his recovery time. That seems like a reasonable reason for a time jump to me. It sucked that they weren't on good terms for that amount of time, but it is what it is. So again, I think I dealt with that quite well, and I didn't need to put it on the list. The only thing that I think you're meant to be okay with, that I wasn't okay with, was the open ending for V and Dome, and that's why that made it on the list. Lastly, the what I liked about it post-it note, I've literally got one general thing to say, and then everything else is specific scenes. One of the reasons it took me so long to write this review was I was sitting there going through my reaction to each episode really quick, just like scanning through it, and just like picking out scenes that I really liked because I know that there were quite a few. The general point was that all the characters were lovable and wholesome. All 6 people in the 3 main pairings were endearing and lovely. I really liked them a whole bunch. Then we go into specifics. So for episode 3, you're gonna see a lot of these are related to V and Dome. I'm sorry, they were my favourite pairing. I am currently devastated. I've put on Twitter, I'm done with side couples. I don't want to be hurt like this in the future. I'm done. No more getting attached to side couples. I don't care if there's a nice side couple in Fish Upon the Sky, which is the next one I'm watching. I'm not getting attached to them. There's nothing in the world that could make me like another side couple right now because I'm devastated. Episode 3. V and Dome have their first staring scene where they look into each other's eyes. And V winks at Dome and Dome looks away. That was, I think, before then I was like, V's quite an attractive man. I like him quite a lot already. You know, he's very pretty face and nice hair and stuff. So I was already kind of like paying attention to him. But this was the first scene where I was like, yep, I love this character. I got attached to him in that scene so quickly. He was so charming and enigmatic. You can see that, like, why he's so popular in the university. And then he says to Dome, like, oh, it doesn't work if you look away. Why did you look away? And I can you blame him? I mean, my goodness. To be, like, looked at and winked by V like that, I don't blame him at all. So I liked that scene a lot, and it was the first scene where I really got invested in what was going on with them and V as a character. We had episode 4, quite a few little moments. We had Far feeding Torn the pizza. So it was a really sweet moment. You just see him like holding out the pizza and Torn just starts eating it without paying attention to who's holding it for him. And then he just kind of looks up and sees it's Far and just stops and takes the pizza. It was just a really sweet scene. I thought it was really cute. And then 2 V-Dome moments in episode 4 when they were on the track and the counting to 8 thing. So you see V and Dome looking at each other like across the track, and then Dome starts running towards him and V starts counting to 8 in his head while they're like looking at each other as Dome is running towards him. So their whole thing, right, is if you stare into someone's eyes for 8 seconds, it can make them fall in love with you, kind of thing. So they're looking at each other while Dome is running towards him and V is counting to 8 and thinking about all the moments they've had together so far. and then you see him like turn away and he just smiles, and I think Dome smiles too. And it's like the first moment, I think, where like they really realize that they like each other, you know? And I just thought it was really sweet. And then the last scene of episode 4 is when V and Dome are sitting on the table signing cheerbooks, and they've got like their hands are kind of like next to each other, and then they accidentally touch each other, and then they deliberately touch each other. I thought that was a really sweet scene as well. In episode 5, we had the elevator scene for Sen and I. So the scene that I always say reminds me of Bad Buddy. I liked it a lot. I was really cute in that scene and shy. And he also gets the call about the scholarship, and he's not as happy about it as you think he would be. And he's just looking at Sen, and it's like his moment where he realizes that maybe he doesn't want to go because he's like starting to fall for Sen. And I thought that that was really sweet too. In episode 6, we had Sen and I spending the night together at Sen's grandmother's house. I mean, most of that whole everything that happened at the house and their whole scenes together was quite cute and adorable. But the surprise that I had when I said that Sen could kiss him, and then it just kept escalating and they had their night together, I thought it was really sweet. And it kind of took me by surprise. And then also in episode 6, we had Torn and Far's first kiss as well, and their kiss was beautiful. No, not only was it quite like innocent and lovely and sweet, but also the framing of it, where it's like zoomed out and it showed them like in the doorway, and you had all the lighting in the street. It was like vice versa levels of cinematography. It was really, really nice. Moving on to episode 7, we had the basketball team sleepover, where Torn and Far don't realise that everyone already knows about their relationship. So they're talking about like how they're going to tell everyone and wondering how everyone's going to react. And then they have like a little quiet sneaky kiss. And then it kind of shows all the other players like they're either smiling with their eyes closed or they're just staring at the ceiling like, yeah. And even Tupbok, who had taken a phone call and gone outside, he was just like sitting in the door frame, just letting them have their moment. And it was just really sweet, no? It was this kind of like, everybody knows, everybody's aware. It was really sweet. In episode 8, we had Far choosing Torn and the team over the tryouts, when he's trying to decide if he wants to go for the tryouts, and it would mean that he's ahead of everyone again and Torn would be trying to follow him again, or if he stays with the team at the university and helps them defeat Coach Tuan's team. And he chooses Torn and goes back, and he scores a rebound on Torn's penalty shot. I really liked that whole scene a lot because they emphasize the fact that it's about trust, and you have to be able to trust that, you know, the other player is going to be able to do it. They're going to know that that's what you're going for because you have to deliberately miss the shot. And it was all about trust. And then you see kind of Torn just give Far the look and then miss the shot, and he gets the rebound, and it was just beautiful. It was a really nice way to show that they trust each other. Episode 9. Dome tells V that he adores him, and then later on they kiss. This is quite possibly one of their only scenes together in the later episodes that did not make me want to launch myself into the sun. It was so sweet, and it really gave me hope that things were gonna start like going for them, and it just ended up being worse from then on out. But it was a really sweet scene that they were finally able to admit their feelings and just go for it. Episode 10. Sen and I become boyfriends officially. This was the scene with the beach bonding moments. And Sen did the whole sparkler thing. And again with the cinematography, you had like that massive like line of sparklers and it was like raining down. It looked amazing, no? Even in the very last episode when it was doing flashbacks for all the, like certain scenes, they showed that scene as one of the flashbacks, and it looked so beautiful in comparison to everything else. It looked absolutely stunning. So I liked that a lot. Sound very romantic, no? Episode 11, despite being one of the harder episodes to watch, actually had 2 moments I liked. The first being Torn realising that he's pushing everyone away and Far comforting him when he breaks down. It was a very difficult scene to watch, but it was incredibly well acted by both of them. And there was something so sweet about the fact, like, you see Far walk away and Torn just breaks down, and then you just see Far come back, and it was just like, I was so glad he came back, no? And he just hugs him, and everything starts to get better. And Torn realizes, like, he's been really isolating himself, and he's not been himself, and he realizes he needs to, like, get his act together and stuff. It was really sweet. And then at the end of that match, when it was just the two of them, when Far was hugging Torn from behind, that whole scene was amazing too. Not only was it incredibly sweet and cute that he was hugging Torn from behind like that, but their whole conversation about, like, not doubting that they love each other and stuff like that, it was very sweet. And then finally we have episode 12. Come on, I had to put it in there. It was so cute when the alarm is going off, and I thought Far wasn't in the bed. And I thought he'd already gotten up early, and Torn's like, where is he? And he just, like, pulls the duvet down, and there's just like a Far just, like, nestled. It's so cute. I love that moment so much. I'm so glad that they just, like, got back on good terms and moved back in together and stuff. It was very, very sweet. And I didn't put it on the list, but there's something, we don't see characters move in together very often in these shows. It does happen. It's just not like in every show we see. And I really like it. I really like that Torn and Far moved in together. So that was it. A lot of specific moments that I wanted to write down because I want to remember them. It was really sweet. V and Dome were definitely my favourite pairing, but they got my least favourite ending. I did talk to my friend about it because I was like, I messaged him going, I was cursing your name as the end credits were rolling. How could you let me watch this? I don't think anyone, even you guys probably, were expecting me to get as attached to V and Dome as I did. They would probably normally be the couple I would be least interested in because I'm, you know, because of the whole sister thing, it's normally something I'd be like, no, I can't be on board. So I surprised myself as well with how much I liked them. So the open ending for them probably wouldn't have been a problem if I hadn't have been so attached to them, and I don't think anyone was expecting me to be as attached to them as I was. But they were definitely my favourite pairing, with my least favourite ending. But I loved all 3 pairings. They were so sweet in their own way. It was really nice. So that means I've watched 22 BLs now. There's no bad going though. So I've completed 22, but then obviously I've still got Between Us, My School President, and Cutie Pie 2U I guess doesn't really count as its own thing, but I've got them ongoing. But not counting them, I've completed 22 BLs. That's pretty good going. Yeah. Not bad for 8 months. So as I said, the next thing on my list to watch is probably going to be Fish Upon the Sky. I don't know anything about it, so I'll look into that before we, you know, or when I get started with the first episode, we'll have a little look-see at my drama list and see, you know, what's going on with it. I do know it has Neo and Lewis in it, and I think it has Pond Puin in it, and that's a pairing I've never seen before. I'm not crazy excited about it. You know how there's some series where it's like, oh, I'm really excited to start this one. I'm not crazy excited about it. I mean, I don't really know anything about it yet to be excited about it, but I do recall people saying that Neo and Lewis were like the comedic effect kind of thing in it. They were comedy roles. And since watching Neo in The Eclipse, I've realised that I really love him in serious roles. So although I loved him in Vice Versa when he was a comical role in that, I don't know how I'm going to feel going back to seeing him being used for humour only, you know? When I like seeing him in more serious roles. So I'll have to see how we get on with that, but it will be nice to see Lewis in something else because I didn't end up liking his character in The Eclipse. So it'll be nice to see him in something new. But that will be the next thing I watch because I did tell someone in the YouTube comments that that would be the next one that I picked up. I do know that Never Let Me Go is highly, highly requested. I know, I get told about it almost every day from so many different people on so many different platforms. I know, and I promise I will watch it. I promise. I'm not going to miss it. I'm not putting it off. I just want to wait until it's finished airing. I've got 3 things I'm watching week by week as they're airing right now. And I like to have something that I can binge at any time, like a completed show. So that's 4 things going on at one time. If I picked up Never Let Me Go as well, I would feel very overwhelmed. So what I want to do is wait until it's done airing, which I think is in about a month. Should be around the end of February, mid-February, end of February. It's not too long. Considering it takes me a couple of weeks to get through these 12, 14 episode shows or whatever, I'll probably be ready once Fish Upon the Sky is over. But I just want to wait until it's a completed one that I can binge. And then by then, Between Us and Cutie Pie will have both finished as well, so I'll have a lot less on my BL plate at that point. So I do know that people are requesting it. It's definitely in the plan and it's definitely going to be soon. It's just not going to be next. But people are telling me that Fish Upon the Sky is a good one to watch first to get to know Pond Poo in a little bit. So that is the plan. And I am still sticking with Thai BLs for now. I am still nervous about branching out. I am. But it's also more to do with the copyright issue. I've heard horror stories of people getting their entire channels deleted and taken down because they've posted reactions to Korean dramas and just any BL that isn't from Thailand, basically. And I'm just a little bit paranoid considering that this is the main way that I upload the videos at the moment. For copyright reasons, I'm just a little bit hesitant to branch out right now. So I'm still sticking with Thai BLs for now. If there's any that you think that I should be kind of putting on the list for sooner rather than later, do let me know. I do get the occasional request for some series, but I don't know how requested they are, if that makes sense. If it's just like someone thinks that maybe I should check it out at some point, or if there's people going, no, you need to watch this soon. So if there's something that you're really looking forward to me seeing, or you really think I'll enjoy, do let me know. And then, you know, if I get like an overwhelming surge of requests like I do with Never Let Me Go, then it will remind me to kind of bring it forward a little bit. But anyway, that is it for You're My Sky. Thank you for recommending it to me. It was my friend Alex who recommended it to me. Other than being completely devastated about V and Dome, it was great. I had a wonderful time. It was really nice to watch. So that is it for now. I will be back with the next BL as soon as I can. Right? Bye!